everyone. I'm really excited to be here with you for our third live. So you can't see me today, but you can see my screen. So I'm really excited to connect with you. I know, so I'm not sure if we just started. I know if you've seen me the last couple of lives. I'm afraid you won't see my face today because you'll just be seeing the screen. But as usual, you will be able to comment as we go through. And any questions or queries you have, please just put anything you want to add, just put it into the comments in the group, and I will try and answer as we go along. So today we are going to be looking at business compliance. So our first session was all about setting up for business success. And I hope you've now crafted a clear plan of what you want to achieve in your business, how many hours you want to be working, how many clients you want to be supporting, what business life is going to look like for you when you've achieved success. What are your goals? What are your dreams? What are the outcomes you want to achieve in your business? So that was session number 1. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, doesn't matter what order you watch things in, but that's the good starting point, is set up for success. Where do you want to take your business and what do you want to succeed? So go back to that one if you haven't seen it yet. Our second session was all about finding our clients. So setting ourselves up with a niche, determining what our taglines are, what our personal statements are. Please share within the group if you have come up with your own personal statements or your own niche or the direction you want to take in relation to marketing. I'm more than happy to provide any guidance or support, be your cheerleader in what you are doing within your business and how you are marketing yourself. And please give me feedback on how that is going for you, any successes you're having, any challenges you're having, because I know that if you are having challenges, it's normally very minor tweaks that you can make. I know we're talking about compliance, but something popped into my head a couple of days ago with regards to niche, and this might be a really valuable bit of information. I was listening to something a few weeks ago where a lady was talking about niche. And she was talking about niche in relation to personal fitness. So there was one lady who, her business model was all around helping young brides, or brides of any age, but brides fit into that bride dress, be that the vision of who they wanted to be from a body point of view on the day of their wedding. That was her target audience. She was targeting her services to people who were getting married. Now, if she was to say, have a longevity in your life, and talking about the health benefits of healthy eating, and talking about bone strength in older age and all those types of things, which are outcomes that she would have achieved in relation to personal training and nutrition. But her target audience is young women or women who are looking to look amazing on their wedding day. So her messaging was all around how you will look on your wedding day, and wouldn't it be amazing if this, and are you concerned about, I don't know, bat wings or whatever it might be. So I thought that was a really good example when you're thinking about niche, about target audience. If you're talking about a kind of a 40 plus target range, it would be great to talk about body, bone density and staying strong as we age and all those types of things. But if you're talking to an audience of people that are wanting to look amazing in their wedding dress, they're not gonna care about those types of things. So I thought that was a really, really interesting point in relation to niche and marketing. So if you are stuck at all around marketing and niche and exactly what you should and shouldn't be saying, please reach out. I am more than happy to provide any assistance. But today, let's dive into setting yourself up to ensure you are compliant and ensure that you are streamlining your administration and making your life as successful as possible. You've set yourself up, you've got a big vision, a big dream of what you're going to be doing. By now, I would hope if you follow these processes, you're well on your way to either engaging your first client or engaging more participants in relation to the service and your services you're providing. What happens then is when we have a number of clients on board, we get a little bit overwhelmed with all the administration, all the compliance, all the jobs, and our day becomes focused on the care of others. And the last thing we want to do when we get home is make sure that our admin is in order. So this is why I have saved this to the last, which is how you can make your business completely streamlined and set up for success and take a lot of pain and admin out of the everyday. So I know a couple of you have had a few struggles with setting up My Care Assistant. I normally don't do this, but I will do this today. I'm going to set you up. I'll show you how to set up a brand new account. So here we go. You should have had that link that I put in the page. So you just copy and paste that link into your browser on your phone or on your desktop. So you go in here and you click the blue button, Create Account. You add in your email. And this is the email you want to be attached from a business point of view. Time zone, you start typing in the region in which you're in. I'm in the Brisbane region. If you're in Sydney, start typing Sydney, whatever it might be. This site is set up to be international, so we'll just start typing in Australia and click My Free Care Assistant Account. Click on the green button, Create Account. And here we go. We've gone through to the next screen. So on this next screen, you are going to add in your username, the email address that you provided on the last. I'm going to quickly show you if I can move this across. Hopefully that will, oh no, it doesn't work. I was going to quickly show you the email. So you will have got an email from Kaizenate and it will give you your information. So it will tell you the email and which you've added. So add that one in again. And then everybody will be the same for this. You type in the word password. This is the standard starting point in relation to logging into this application. So everyone will have, see here, the word password, all lowercase. Everyone will be the same. Do not panic. You will be able to change it. So click the sign in button. You will then get a new email that will come through to that email account that will say, please verify with a unique code. So I'm copying and I'm pasting that code in and clicking the button verify. Now, current password, this is the next screen. So the current password is password. Remember, this is the one that was set up by Kaizenate. So just the words password. And you can then add in whatever you want. You must have, as always, a number of things. So that one's got a good password strength. And again, set yourself up with new password and confirm new password. And then click the change password. Ta-da! We are in. If anybody is struggling with that, please reach out to me and I will help you to get set up. While we're on the topic, I'll just show you, I think it's F12, how this can work in relation to phones and desktops. So this is what it would look like on your phone. So this can be used on a phone, on an iPad, or also on a desktop, which is really fantastic. What I'd suggest you do when you get yourself set up is actually set it to your bookmarks, however you do that on your desktop, or set it to your icons and add that icon to your home screen on your phone. So you are in here now. This platform, honestly, if you use it, will transform the admin in your life. So if you like to watch videos and you like all the information, you can click the Start Here button. The Start Here button is there and it is also here. And there are a number of different videos that go through step by step everything you need in relation to My Care Assistant, because we're not going to be covering it all today. But I just want to give you a little bit of an overview. The top right hand button is the sign out button. So if you are using different accounts on different pieces of technology, you can sign in and out there. See how I just click that button, it takes me back out, and I will log back in again to show you. Right. So the top right hand button up here, the little person button, this is a good place to start. So if you click on the little person button, this gives you the basic overview information in relation to what you put in. Now, if I just want to put my care business, or I want to change it, I can change it up there. Leave the email as is. If I want to add further details with regards to my phone or time zone, if I've got that wrong, then I can complete it here. If I want to put a profile picture in, I can just click and find a picture and add it in there and submit. Really simple and straightforward. So if you do want to change that profile information, the little person icon in the top right hand corner is the place to do it. Now, the really fun bit is setting yourself up with My Account. So the button here for My Account in the middle, and there's the button down at the left hand side for My Account. So this is your opportunity to showcase all of your skills, because you will have your own unique connection code, which is this number here. It's a combination of numbers and letters. So once you've set up this account, you can showcase your skills. You can show people your connection code, and they can see all of your credentials. They can ensure you're compliant, and they can ensure that you have everything in place in relation to service provision. Now, what I'm going to show you here is how you can really showcase information about yourself. So see here, we've got the add information section. You can press that button. This is an opportunity for you to add whatever it is you do. So as an example, you might be a personal trainer as well as being a support worker. So you might add in here, Helen, that I am a personal trainer, and you might add all of the information about the skills that you provide as a personal trainer, and then you submit that information. If there's any documents that you would like to prove, they could be certificates, something like that, you can just go in here, you can add certificate, and you can upload a you can select a document, and I'm just adding anything in here, and you can upload that certificate so that people can see the information in relation to the services you are providing. So there's a lot more. I won't go into this in big detail today, because this information is in the videos, but I just want to showcase the idea that you can add some documents here. One thing I might just add is, for example, worker screening. So this is a great place for you to store your certificates or documents to demonstrate that you are skilled and capable in relation to the service provision. And as before, you just click upload the file and you can bring the file in. So any insurances, any certificates, qualifications, or anything that showcases your skill and your ability to do your job effectively needs to be stored in this area, and might go into a little bit more detail the value of that as we go through. But that's a little mini showcase of the My Account side of things. The fun really starts when we want to set ourselves up and we have clients that we want to onboard in our system. So we click the button Recipients, and we click My Recipients, and at this moment, oh gosh, I haven't updated my account, that was a bit silly. Let me quickly go in and update my account, because I didn't think to do that before I got started. So has anybody, while I'm quickly doing that, has anybody got any questions so far in relation to My Care Assistant Any challenges around setup? All looks quiet at the moment. There we go. Right, let me just see. I might need to log out and log back in again. Right, tell you what I might do is... So let's go. Here we go. So recipients. So good point though. If anybody did get to that point and it said you didn't have access, please reach out to me and I will make sure you have access. So click in here into my recipients, and this is where you can add the clients that you're supporting. So you can add participants. So you might have James Dean as an example. Let's go 10 High Street, because this is all linked up to Google Docs. Sorry, not Google Docs, Google Maps. So you should be able to easily find the information. So as you can see in here, you've got information which really helps you to navigate to that individual's home when you're doing services, which is also fantastic. So we've set up James Dean as a dummy person. And if I want to update the details around James, I can do. And the other really cool thing is I can store all of the information in relation to James in his file. So here in the side, I can add information about James, and I can add files and information in relation to service provision. So let's just say onboarding documents as an example. So this is maybe where you might store his service agreement or any other documents like that. So if we submit that here, and you can see down the right hand side, you have James's onboarding documents. You can update it and you can upload a file as well, and you can add in service agreement. So you're going to have all of the documents in one place, just as we had here. Let's just add whatever we've got and upload it. So you can store all of the documents in relation to the people you're supporting. You can also add key information. So for example, any risks that you've identified. So you can outline all of the risks that you've identified as part of your onboarding process, and you can record that in the information down the side for your recipients. You can also add in things like, you might be supporting this individual on a Monday, and you could say, on a Monday, do X. So this is your chance to kind of you can put in things like care plans or information that really helps you to ensure that you've got everything in place for the individual. And I've gone into that in a lot more detail in the videos, but I think you can maybe see how you can have different information in relation to people that you're supporting all in one place. So you can store their documents, you can store care plans, you can identify things like risks or what you'd like to be doing on different days or goals that you're working towards. That's another example. So you can add information in here and you can put a goal in there as well. The really cool thing, it relates to how you can do things like progress notes. So for doing progress notes, you can click the button Notes, and you can store information in a number of different ways. So let's say you want one that's going to be for progress notes, and this is just it's really a description, so ongoing progress, and you can submit that topic. Okay, so that is one topic, is progress note. You might have another topic of goal to get to the shops. And then, you put a slightly longer description into what that goal is in there. So you can add the different progress notes, or you can add the different topics in relation to James Dean, in relation to your participants. So if you want to write a note, maybe you've done a service with James and you've done something around getting out and about in the community, you can go in and you can click on the goal to get to the shops, and you can add a comment. So you can say, May the 14th, we did X. And you can put your progress notes in to the recipient's overview so you can see what's been happening. Now you could add something like, let's go to progress notes as an example. You might be very concerned about something, so you might write, you might go into progress notes, add a comment. You might write, very concerned about X as an example. And you can put that in. Now, there's a way where you can connect, and I'll show you this shortly, but there's a way that you can connect with other people so other people can see the information. So let's say a cause was connected to this individual. They could see this information and they could reply and say, thanks for letting me know. So this could be causes, it could be family members. So there's a real dialogue and way if you choose to connect with people. You don't have to choose to connect. And if you do connect, you can set the privacy and information in the way that works with the individual. But you can have a real dialogue about what is going on in relation to the individual. So you can also then track progress in relation to goals. So when it comes to reviews, you can look at that goal to go to the shops and you can see all of the comments in relation to the outcomes that have been achieved. And you may see different things, different files, or you might have images. You might have images of the individual having achieved that goal of getting to the shop. So you can upload images, you can upload files, and you can see that real overview of success towards achieving the goals, or the overview of things in relation to, like, for example, risks. You might have risk of falling. So you might be able to monitor that risk through putting it in as a topic and monitoring that risk in relation to the individual. I know I'm going through all this very fast, but there is plenty of time for you to have a play with My Care Assistant. The other cool thing is that you can have a calendar, so you can have a overview of the services in place with an individual. So let's say James gave me a call and he asked to have an extra visit on a weekly basis to get to the shops. So it might be ongoing, it could be a maximum number of weeks. Let's just say for the next 4 weeks, he wants to go to the shops. Clicking, and we're saying maybe it's every Thursday. We can set the time and say it's 10 a.m. and we can set it for 2 hours and submit. So you can then see that by going to the calendar, you will be able to see in the calendar that you're going out to see James Dean every Thursday, and you can look at it on a month view, on a week view, on a day view, and you will then be able to see, we'll go to the actual day, would be useful so that we can see it. You'll then be able to see what's going on, because if you've booked another person, and you might notice a clash, and you might need to move people around if there's a bit of a clash. So you've got the Your Account side of things, where you can put all of your documents and information in, and you can connect with this connection key so people can see that you are safe and compliant to provide supports for the individual that you are working with. You can set up recipients by clicking My Recipients and setting people up. Now you might find, so the linked recipients as an example, remember how I showed you that code? So if somebody's already got an account or chooses to set it up themselves, they can just give you that connection code, and you would then find that person in the linked recipients side of things. So other people can set up accounts and connect you with recipients that they have added into the account. I then obviously showed you the calendar, so you can look at the overview of the calendar and what work it is you are doing and how you are set up in relation to providing supports. So that is a very brief overview of My Care Assistant. And I just, yeah, has anybody got any questions so far in relation to My Care Assistant? I've got a few people on the live watching, which is great. So please put any questions in there. But as I said, if you go into the start here, I've ordered them. You can find the particular topics you're looking at and watch the video. So it shows you how to set yourself up in a bit more detail, your account overview, how to update your skills and qualifications. It gives you some information about who will use the platform, how to set up recipients, how to connect accounts inbound and outbound, so how you can do that, how to connect with others. So if you set yourself up with an account and with a participant and you put that information in, with their consent, you can share with family members and they can see information. You can share with COSs or other people that are relevant to the life of the individual that they choose to be connected. There's also some information about how to set up calendar events and how to allocate visits. So I'm going to try and come out of this so that I can go into a little bit more detail on a few other things.